mathematical terms, but let's see. Okay, we're going to say that dy dx, according to Leibniz, it was the limit of delta y over delta x, the rise over run, if we let delta x to be a very small. Okay? Again, this is go back to the way we started. Delta y over delta x is the slope of the secant. If we let the interval of the secant to become smaller and smaller, delta x, we end up having the slope of the tangent. So that's what it is. Now, we're going to expand it a little bit. We're going to say this is the limit. If delta x goes to 0, instead of delta y over delta x, I'm going to write it like so. And then I'm going to include right here, actually, I'll change it a little bit. I'm going to say delta y over delta x, and here I'll have delta u over delta u, like so. Okay? So basically, I did not change anything. I multiplied by 1 as delta u over delta u equals 1. And now, since a multiplication is commutative, 3 times 4 is the same as 4 times 3, I can change the position of the new terms, and you're probably going to see where I'm going with it. Now I can write it as delta y over delta u, and then keep that delta u in the numerator, but write it as delta u over delta x. The next, I'll use the property that the limit of a product is the product of the limits. You remember that? That's one of the early limit laws. So we have the limit of a product, which is the product of the limits. And now we know that the limit of delta over delta is the derivative, right? So here we have the derivative of u with respect to, the derivative of y with respect to u. So really here we're going to write as delta u goes to 0. So this will be dy du, and this is, of course, is the derivative of u with respect to x, and this will be du dx. Okay, and this is the chain rule. So we completed the proof. There's some weakness to this proof, but I did not, for instance, I have delta x goes to 0. I need to justify why delta u goes to 0. I didn't say that. That's why I call it only quasi proof, not a complete mathematical proof. But you can see the rationale behind it.